But it looked like outside earlier today. I want to show you this video coming in from Beaver Lake. Doesn't that just make you feel cold? All that cold air goes right over the waters of Beaver Lake and it steams. Of course, it almost looks like a hot tub, but that would be a cold hot tub to jump into. You're looking at Highway 12, and you got to be careful. On some of these bridges, you can get real slick around Beaver Lake and around Lake Fort Smith and south towards Lake Worcester, just because that steam hits the bridge and then freezes it over even more. You see that tree that's there kind of in the foreground? That's not from what fell yesterday. That's from the steam hitting those trees and then instantly freezing. Boy, it has been cold out there, and it's going to get colder tonight. It's not going to be as cold as it was last night, but we're probably going to slip closer to the 0-degree mark once again. Remember, a lot of us woke up below zero earlier this morning. We still have those northwest winds, but I tell you what, as this whole storm system moves north and east, eventually the strongest winds will move north and east, and the colder air will also move north and east. We're watching a lot of snow continue to hit the lake effect snow bands across the Great Lakes. However, we had some lake effect clouds forming off Beaver Lake, not just kind of the seam that you saw in that video, but there on the eastern end of the lake, closer to Eureka Springs, we had some lake effect clouds. Some folks even said they got a stray snowflake out of it. Isn't that crazy? That's how cold it is. Normally you need a fetch of about 60 miles on some of these Great Lakes. That's why you really don't get lake effect snow off Lake Fort Smith or even Beaver Lake or Tenkiller. But it was just so cold we could at least form some of those clouds. High pressure is just towards the west. Normally we like high pressure, right, because it gives us more sun, but we're on the eastern side, so we get that northerly flow that just intensifies that wind. That's why it's been so bad. We've got all the winds just funneling right over Arkansas and Oklahoma coming in from the north, but things start to break down a little bit as soon as tonight. That's the good news. We still have some strong northwest winds out there, and it's sustained anywhere between 10 to 25 miles per hour. Of course, gusts are over 30 at times, and those northwest winds, even with the sun today, were able to really keep us in the freezer. We've got temperatures in the single digits and teens across northwest Arkansas, the teens in the River Valley, but it feels a lot colder when you factor in that wind. It feels like it's only a balmy 6 right now in Pirate Country and Poteau. It feels like it's -8 reporting in Bentonville. Now, waking up tomorrow morning, we're likely to still have some of the wind chills. It's going to feel like it's next to nothing as you head into the River Valley. We're going to be below 0 in terms of how it feels tomorrow morning. But I tell you what, those northwest winds will slowly start to die. In fact, they may only be around 5 miles per hour. We're finally going to get a break. Highs should get into mainly the 20s. A lot of us should stay near or below freezing tomorrow. But then for Christmas Day, I think we're going to break above freezing. We're going to end this streak of being below freezing. A lot of us will go anywhere between 72 to 80 hours below freezing. That's how cold it's been, and that's how long-lasting it's been, too. Here's a look at Futurecast. We've got mostly clear skies tonight. You're going to be able to see the stars just fine. Probably don't want to head out there and look at them just because it's so cold. But you're going to notice those north winds slowly trying to back off a bit as you go into Christmas Eve and as you head into Christmas Day, too. So a little bit lighter. That's some good news. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast because we've got a lot of sun expected this weekend, a couple high clouds every once in a while, but we should finally break above freezing on Christmas Day. Kind of a Christmas present for us. Next week is interesting. We're going to watch a quick system come in for the start of the week, and then we'll have temperatures just a little bit more, even above freezing. But in the morning when temperatures are below freezing, there could be a stray snowflake. There's going to be a quick boundary that moves through. We're going to talk more about that coming up at 5 and 6. In the River Valley, we're talking about temperatures trying to climb above freezing, especially by Sunday for Christmas Day itself. And then next week, Tiffany, we've got 60s back in the forecast. That's going to be a very warm end to 2022.
Yeah, those temperatures that we're feeling right now, it's crazy to think that in just a week, it's going to feel like spring or fall again.
Yeah.
Well, Santa is back in business in just a little bit. We'll tell you where you can see